What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today I'm going to be talking about my crazy Summoner Duels S run that I just did a couple days ago when it was live the past weekend. So the event is over, as you can see, but I can still show you guys my replays and some of my wins here. So yeah, I just want to talk about it because this is an accomplishment I never thought I was able to make, reaching max glory and tier 24, the highest tier, and rank 1 in this mode, because Summoner Duels is the most competitive and hardcore fame mode because you are playing against real people, and you know, a good amount of the time you're fighting people that just have really strong units, or just whales that are just going to beat you. So you know, this mode isn't the most popular, but it is a mode that I do enjoy sometimes. I've started to enjoy it more over time, thanks to some new units, of course, but also I've kind of had a mentality of just like accepting the fact that I'm going to lose, like just not being too mad about it, because there's some teams you're just not going to win against, you know, because your team isn't invincible. And there's just certain teams and certain units and certain whales that are just going to overwhelm you. So you know, it happens, right? So I just kind of surrender even before the match starts, like a lot of the time with my first team, as you can see right here, with Lind, Marth, Peony, Winter Marth, and Legendary Sheeta. Like if I'm fighting like a Hardy Bearing unit, or you know, just a really strong unit that I can't beat, like a raid boss, for example, like I just accept the fact I'm going to lose and don't think much about it. That's kind of helped me with this mode. But yeah, this video, the point of this video is just to show you some of my replays and talk about my team and how I was able to achieve this rank, because I think this is for me at least, it's a huge accomplishment, because I've never reached this high. I didn't think I was ever going to reach it in S. Compared to R, like Summoner Duels S is like easier and harder, because you know, you have multiple teams to work with, but at the same time you have to still build a team that works. And if your main team is banned, then you have to work with other teams that you're not as familiar with, at least for me, because team 3 and 4, I didn't really have a game plan with them, and they were mainly there for bluff, especially for team 4, because team 4 and 3 I didn't use at all. Thankfully people banned those teams, because like as strong as Wind Tribe Claude is, as you can see, you know, the farther you go down, the less invested the units are, less merges. So a lot of people are going to ban Wind Tribe Claude, right? So that's kind of the metagame. Some of the metagame with Summoner Duels S is to put units that most people are going to ban because they don't want to fight them, right? So Wind Tribe Claude, you know, Legendary Hinoka, Brave Golvig, like really annoying and strong range threats, you can kind of bluff with those units placement, because they can't see the merges too. So like it's not like they can see my first team has 4+10s on it, right? And you know, they're just gonna, most players, because a lot of people just use meta teams in this mode, which makes sense, are just going to ban Wind Tribe Claude and, you know, Legendary Alm with Bridal Catria and stuff. So it makes sense. So I kind of got lucky though too, because I feel like people just don't understand how good my first team can be and how I constructed it. Because Winter Marth, I always say it, he's just the best bow armor in the game. He is so good against a lot of the ranged threats. There's obviously still ranged threats that can counter him, especially if they have Hardy Bearing, but and stuff like Wind Tribe Claude. But you know, for the most part, he can take on so many ranged threats, like Brave Golvig, like Legendary Hinoka, you know, a lot of the Dancer Mages, Summer Thor, just so many, I can keep going. But yeah, Winter Marth is so good, and I feel like people just don't know how good he is. Maybe it's because he's kind of a rare seasonal, and they don't think maybe they just don't know how good his refine is. But you know, I've been kind of lucky. Just of course it depends on what the foes teams are and what they want to ban, so there's that, of course. But yeah, I did get a bit lucky. And the second team I used almost just as much as the first team, to be honest. Might be even a little bit more in these matches. The second team, that's the one thing I'm kind of struggled with Summoner Duels S, is finding a team that I'm as comfortable with as the first team, because my first team is always the one I'm most comfortable with, but the rest of them I'm kind of just like learning on the fly. And that's what I kind of did with the second team. But now that my Citrine is invested, my Tamara exists now, you know, with this team I was able to figure out a strategy. So the strategy is have Citrine, of course, as my captain, and she's able to spread the wealth thanks to her tome, which is so good, being able to spread those statuses. And with Legendary Eliwood, not only is Citrine able to get bonus doubler, but everyone else is. So the entire team is bonus doubler. Obviously there's ploy skills now, but thankfully I didn't fight too many of those, or like crazy lull skills. So Tamara here with double bonus doubler, with her bonus doubler 4, made her really strong, and she was able to just nuke so many tanks and just, you know, kill units I didn't think she was able to kill. She's such a good unit, man. So yeah, that was really strong. With Asker as well being a frontline tank and was able to take out some units himself, and Citrine, of course, being a really strong range nuke. I didn't really optimize her because I don't have Stillwater 4. I kind of wanted to do an AoE build, but I just stuck with Iceberg and hope that would work, and it did. But yeah, first and second team were the teams I used the most, and then third and fourth team I didn't use at all. So yeah, they're just there for bluff. But the third team I kind of had a plan for, because I do have my Ascended Tiki here, who is a good frontline unit and can be one. So, and then of course Legendary Alm, he's still a huge threat with Bryocatria. I understand why people wanted to ban that team. Veil was there just to I guess have double scowl with Nagi, but she's there because she's the bonus, of course. But yeah, that's basically the rundown of the team, and I will show you guys the replays. Oh yeah, I forgot, I should probably show off my teams, the two main teams I used before I show you guys the replays. So the first team, again, this is my main team that I usually use. I've only replaced, it's mainly the same one, I just replaced one unit, being Summer Sheeta, because I like to pair her with Kade and Lind, you know, being a cavalry unit, being able to pass trenches. And this map, the map that was used for this event, does have a trench, but I wanted to use Legendary Sheeta instead because she's a flyer and can ignore those and of course go over the forests. And I gave her Guard Bearing 4, and that really helped with her matchups. As good as Faithful Loyalty can be against like units like you know, Tea Time Era and other cavalry threats, you know, Guard Bearing 4 I think overall helped her results in matchups, and the damage reduction is just so good on the skill. So I wanted to try her, and it worked out because she honestly did better than I think Summer Sheeta would be able to do. So that was the build for those two girls. And then Mars, of course, this is standard build. If you've seen my other Summer Duels videos, you guys are kind of familiar with this team. And then Peony, who I think is the new best dancer, or one of the best dancers in the game. She's just super good, giving my fast units even more damage reduction and Kanto, and also the ability to teleport. Even though I am using Tandem, which also gives you the Oath effect, this is still nice to have just overall for the dance effects that she gives. And then of course Winter Marth, I already talked about him a little bit, but the best bow armor in the game, being able to counter / check a lot of ranged threats. And the second team, I went over Citrine, Tamara, Asker, and for Mortis here. He was at +4 during this run. I actually just summoned on him on the recent Golvik banner, and I got 2 copies of him. So he's +6 now, but during the run he was only +4. So yeah, he's just there because you know, I needed a far save tank, and he's pretty good. And then Ellie Wood, of course, to spread the bonus over. So anyways, let's go into the replays here. First win is against, so the run went kind of interesting. So I won 3 games in a row, then I lost 1, then I won 5 in a row, and then I lost a few, and then that's when I thought it was over. But then the last one I was able to snag and reach the max tier. So let's go ahead and look at these. There's no animation, so I might miss some things because it kind of goes by fast in these replays. But yeah, this team, this person is using a pretty highly invested Freya with a miracle build. And, you know, Freya's kind of underrated. Her Refine and Remix was pretty nice. So I was still kind of wary of her. Robin's also a threat, not only offensively, but because of his time to tip the scales. And then Mark also is there for support. And Kagero I knew wasn't able to outspeed. So I wasn't really scared about the range threats here because I know none of them can outspeed. Freya kills Sheeta. Lynn is able to revenge her. And then from here, you know, it's easy pickings because no one here can really take out any of my units. You know, they're either just not in range or they can't kill Winter Marth. So he does try to use the dual skill and do something, give isolation and whatnot, but it doesn't matter. So that's the first win. Second win is against this person with a Duo Asker. And Duo Asker is a unit that, you know, is a huge threat for Winter Marth, and I have to keep wary of him. I don't know why I didn't ban this team, but I was still able to win. They have a Brave Golvig, a Dune, Far Save, Bryocatria, and Nephany with Arcane Astrond. And okay, I forgot about this. Speed Defense Tempo, interesting. There for dancing. Even though she's not the best dancer, I respect the Nephany choice. And here, I'm just able to position my units, and Mortis is able to cover them. I think he does take some damage. Yeah, he barely survives, but he does survive. That's the main thing there. Even though he isn't able to counter because he's not transformed, the main part is just being able to cover his allies. So from there, Tamara was able to pick up a kill. I think, was it Tamara or Asker who killed? Either way, one of them got a kill, and then that was GG. So that's the second win. Third win is against a Picnic Flora user. You don't really see her too much. She's not a super common far save tank, but she's pretty good, honestly, at high investment. And, you know, I was wary because I knew Kade and Lind wasn't able to kill Flora because Flora has so much res and so much debuffs going on. So from here, I think what I do here is what did I do here? I think I used Kade and Lind to kill someone, or no? So yeah, they made a mistake and they positioned all their units except for one of them outside the rectangle. So from there, I was just in the lead, and I was able to position Marth right there. You know, still have Marth to cover the range matchup, and then just have Sheeta kill. And they really couldn't do anything after that. because they don't have hardy bearing on anyone. So yeah, that was a GG. But yeah, props to this plus 10 Flora. Really cool to see. And then the next match, I lose this one because Legendary Lincia is really scary. I think I lost this because their captain skill was Turmoil, or the one that gives you extra movement. So she was just able to overwhelm me and even take out my Tamara, actually. Even though my Tamara has the, she has the weapon triangle advantage. This Lincia here just hit so hard and had Gambit. So, and also had the Legendary Robin support that also played a part as well. So made her stronger. So yeah, I placed Tamara here to try and tank, and was hoping for Mortis was able to tank because I can't move Citrine here. And I mean, I could move Citrine to try and kill Lincia, but they have Winter Marth themselves. So shout out to this person. I can't be too mad about losing this because they are using my boy. But yeah, Winter Marth is just be able to take Citrine out because Citrine is not very fast. And yeah, Lincia actually takes out my Tamara there. And from here, I couldn't really do anything, and that was pretty much a GG. So yeah, that was a GG to Celstagia. Next person is using a Legendary Hinoka flyer composition, I guess, which is common, of course, especially on this map where there are forests. And yeah, they're using Ninja Lin, who's kind of outdated, and I knew she wouldn't be able to outspeed Marth. But this Golvig does have Hardy Bearing, which is a concern, of course. But even if Hardy Bearing is there, I was confident Winter Marth would live with Savvy Fighter 4, so I wasn't too worried there. So let's see what happens here. I think, what do I do here? I think yeah. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, so I was like, what? Did I not position Marth? It's because of Embla stopping save. So that was one thing. So that was a good play by them. But then I was able to just revenge with Sheeta. And then they made a mistake and placed their Golvig right there and forgot that I could teleport with Marth. And I just picked off the Golvig, and then from there, they really couldn't do much. I mean, yeah, they could ignore the saves, but from here, Embla's kind of weak combat at this point. It's kind of, I mean, it's not bad, but she's not the greatest combat unit or initiator. And from here, she wasn't able to do anything against my team, and that's a GG. So, yeah, that's another win. That is, I think this is the start of the 5-game winning streak, so that's pretty cool. Against a Sather player with another Legendary Hinoka, you can see how common she is in this game mode, and understandably so. But as you can see in these matches, I'm not fighting Wind Tribe Claude, but part of that is because I'm banning him, right? Because every time I see him, I'm going to ban him. So that's the beauty of Summoner Duels S. Spring Carla team, they couldn't really do much here. They were just getting scared because once I positioned my Lind here, my threat range was crazy, and they didn't have a far save tank that can actually take a hit. So they had to move away, and from here I kind of knew I was an advantage because I was just able to pick off Sather, and then Carla wasn't able to do anything even against Winter Marth, and that's a GG. So you kind of just push your way up sometimes and just overwhelm them, and that's the nice thing about Kadane Lin, being able to ignore trenches and help units like Winter Marth, or not Winter Marth, Brave Marth, even get across them. So fighting against a Brave Soren user, and I'm using my second team. As you can see, this was the match where I was really proud of the second team because Tamara was able to nuke this Dimitri through his damage reduction, and he also stops attack defense debuffs, or attack defense buff, sorry. But he doesn't negate speed and the power of Vital Astra, so I was just proud Tamara was able to kill him. You'll see it in a second. With Fallen Maria support, Dimitri still wasn't able to survive, and I guess that's one weakness of Brave Dimitri. Even though he's still one of the best infantry tanks, he's not as fast, so he can still get doubled against faster units like Tamara, especially my Tamara being double bonus doubler. So from here, I just position everyone to pressure them and move forward. Maria was definitely a point of concern because she is super annoying, and I think the miracle did come into play at one point. Yeah, so as you can see, Dimitri just dies to Tamara right there. Can't take the Vital Astra. That was amazing. Mortis does die to Soren, but from here I'm able to just swoop in and take out Brave Corrin and pick them off one by one. I think Maria used her heal, so she was pretty much done, and then Soren's all by himself. So he does take out Asker, but he doesn't have enough in the tank, so that's another win. Another win against Steven here, that's using a Legendary Shez. She's one unit that can be somewhat problematic against Winter Marth if they're plus 10, like max invested with a lot of speed, maybe with low speed defense. But this one was not very highly invested, only had speed plus 3, so kind of an unoptimal build. This whole team is range units, so I knew this one was the easy win because they can't get past Winter Marth. That's the luxury of having him, is just you're just able to easily take out these kind of teams. And Winter Marth didn't even have to kill anything because I had cheated swoop in and have Kanto. And I do also have Arcane Lewin. That's why I have Guardian Ring 4, because I was able to give both of those skills to her from Ingrid. But I want to do Wing Lifted Spear because it's still useful against really buffed up opponents, and the Kanto is also so valuable. And plus, I'm using Kadean Lin, so I don't really need the null follow-up because I already have it from her. So that's cool. Next win is against a dual Asker user. Not sure why I didn't ban this team, but I was still able to beat this team because, you know, dual Asker is a team or a unit that I usually struggle against, but I guess the other teams they had were more threatening. Probably had a Wind Tribe Cloud in here. So Gatekeeper, you're starting to see him a lot more in just overall modes because his support is so nice. Got a really nice refine. So here, I think what happens is I think I kill Azura with Lind, and then I have Marth revenge him. Yeah, so Asker revenges Lind, and now he's in threat range. So Marth's damage output, thanks to his bonus to number 4 refine, is just so good. He's able to kill even the bulkiest tanks like Asker. And then from here, can't really do much. I mean, Chrom can kill my Marth, but it's GG's from here because Chrom's just dead. So that's another win, solid win. And then yeah, that's the end of the 5-game win streak. And then here I start to lose. This is against a Veil team, and this was when I was starting to really climb, and I was like realizing like, dude, I actually might make it to the max tier, because as you can see, I'm fighting a Master 8 player. I'm very, very close to that max tier, but I still lose here because of Citrine and Chrom just having Hardy Bearing, and Chrom is just still so good. His Deadeye being able to just kill Mortis there, or just kill him in general. And yeah, past Citrine, I guess that's the thing. I've actually fought it a decent amount of times. Maybe this is the same player, but yeah, I just didn't have enough going for me there, so I still lose, even though this team, let's see. Yeah, okay, this is a +10 Chrom, never mind. And a +10 Dune. But I can still lose to like lower merged teams, you know. Alright, so the next loss is against Alice here, using Legendary Lincia. This is a match I kind of underestimated, or I might have given up, honestly, in the middle of the match, because the Heart of Chromea's mobility that she gives to her allies is so good, and enabling threats like, you know, Legendary Lear, who's one unit I kind of struggle against. My first team, the only way my first team can beat her is if I use Marth to initiate against her with Shining Emblem, but from there I can't really kill her even with Kadean Lind most of the time. But yeah, Lear was just able to swoop in, take out Tamara, and I couldn't do much from there, so that's a GG. And then the last match that made me get to tier 1 to master A rank is against a Ninja Camilla user. I was really happy to see this team because I knew I could win just looking at the team, because the only melee unit they have is Wind Tribe Dagger, but she's not really the greatest combat unit. She's kind of there for the support, so I kind of knew this was a GG. And they kind of seemed confident with their Camilla, because they were like, I can probably take out this Mortis, but my Mortis has so much damage reduction that she had to retreat all the way up there, which was hilarious because I was able to just swoop in and snipe. That's the beauty of Citrine. She's just so good being able to give everyone the Oath ability and not have to use Tandem. So I gave her Turmoil as the captain skill, and then from here I'm able to just crumble their team apart. Yeah, so I think Tamara kills Ninja Camilla there, because she just has so much stats thanks to bonus doubler, and the damage reduction also helps. So Asker is able to take out, and then from there it's pretty much GG. Yep, Citrine is able to kill Brave Corn, which is satisfying, and Kagero's gone. So yeah, I'm really proud of what the second team was able to do, because I already know what my first team does, right? They're really strong, but the second team really impressed me. I was happy with that team I made up. And yeah, that's how I made tier 24 rank 1 in Summoner Duels S. So yeah, that's what happened and how I was able to reach the highest glory in Summoner Duels S. Obviously, like I mentioned, I did get a little bit lucky, and of course it just depends on what people ban and stuff, but it's just hilarious they never ban the first and second team at the same time, because I never use the third and fourth team. And like I mentioned, you know, bluffing is definitely something that can really help you out, because, you know, putting Wind Tribe Claude here just to intimidate people is hilarious. And I understand, I would ban him too, like I did. You know, not only did I get the teams I wanted for the most part, but I also had the chance to ban the teams I didn't want to face, you know, and that's the beauty of this mode, is you can just ban those teams you don't want to fight. But with how FEH has progressed, and there's just so many threats, you know, sometimes you can't ban them all. So there's some teams that are, multiple teams you'll see that are just going to probably win against you or do a lot of damage against you. So you have to kind of just pick and choose. But you know, you can pick and choose, and that's the beauty of it. So yeah, really proud of the second team. The first team, of course, is always going to be my go-to for the most part in like regular Summoner Duels. I just recently got Kadein to max favor before this event happened, so that was cool. But yeah, definitely going to use this team next time. The bonus doubler, Citrine is just so good, man. Engage Supremacy, Tamara and Citrine, let's go. And then the third team, like, it's just so funny. I never use the third or fourth team. It's just hilarious to me. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get as lucky next time. So overall, the matches were 9 wins. I don't know if I mentioned this, but 9 wins, 3 losses. So, you know, it might not seem like too much. I mean, it isn't that much. It's not like I had to win like 50 games or something. But, you know, 9 wins is a lot. Like, I've done runs. I don't think I've ever reached... Have I done 9 wins before in a Summoner Duels run? In Summoner Duels S? Probably not. I mean, that was easily my best run. And obviously that's what made me get here. But yeah, I don't think, maybe the best I've done was like 4 or 5 wins. I don't think I've ever reached 9. So that's a lot. But yeah, I'm happy. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck on your Summoner Duels runs. Hopefully you get lucky. Well, next time, I guess the next one will be Summoner Duels R. So like, again, it's pros and cons. Like, you can... Summoner Duels R, you have to accept who you're facing, and you can't ban teams, but at the same time, you have to, you know, in Summoner Duels S, you have to build teams. And that's the cool thing. I love it when FEH forces me to basically use more of my units, because even though I have really invested units, I have a lot of built units, a lot of them I don't use, you know, so Summoner Duels S is one of those modes that makes me use them. It's the same reason I like Arena Assault, Limited Hero Battles. So yeah, and speaking of invested units, my next video should be hopefully... talking about my other accomplishment and milestone I hit somewhat recently. Well, it's been like a week or two. Reaching 100 plus 10s in FEH. So I want to make a video talking about all my plus 10s in that video, and that's probably going to take a while. But hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. So hopefully I can make that soon. But I just want to make this one real quick, even though it's probably running a little bit longer than I would have wanted still. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.